time.
Yeah, I'm really bad with technology, so I don't know these things. I don't know how these things work. So I'm struggling with all these things. So here I am. I'm late.
Yeah,
Anyway, good
Auntie Ichi.
morning and good afternoon and good evening to everybody. To those who are watching today, hello. How are you? I'm Geri. Yeah.
Auntie, you
Okay.
can, Auntie, I will just send this link to the family so they can watch our show.
Sure, sure.
That link to the family oh my so God. They can watch. Are you nervous, Auntie?
Well, not really nervous. No, I don't really feel nervous, but I feel a little awkward because this is the first time I've done this, and I'm I'm pretty bad with technology and technical stuff. So I don't know. I'm not sure if this is gonna work until the end of this vlog, or I don't know I'm not even aware if I'm looking okay in the camera right now. So
You
yeah,
look
let's
you
do
look
it.
beautiful. You look beautiful as always. Oh my God.
Thank you. I did try my best.
I just gonna post this so everyone can see us or yeah. So Auntie, we will start now. I will ask you some question as we talked last night. So
Like,
hopefully,
first question. Make it easy for me, okay? Because it's
but
embarrassing if I won't be able to answer it. Okay, yeah.
um, question number one.
Agad-agad.
Well, parang Miss Universe.
Agad-agad. Can I drink some water first?
Yeah. Auntie, relax. Isipin mo, nagla-live lang tayo.
No, I'm actually, because I don't see anybody here, so I just talking to you. But
But
obviously in English because so that everyone can understand. Because when I talk to you, we speak with our own language or our tongue.
but
Okay, bring it on.
question number one, is depression a mental illness for you?
It is a mental condition. Yeah, it can be. Depression is something that we go through involving our mental health. So it is very important. And in the Philippines, it's we don't talk about it so much because whenever we talk about depression or something that involves mental health, we always think about it as na may sirang ulo. But just like any other part of our body, just like any other what do you call that? That just like our physical health, mental health is also as important because it's what you feel and what you see really affects how you perform, how your body function in general. So I think that's what in the Philippines has to learn and to be aware of, to look after our mental health as well, just like how we look after our physical health. If you have toothache, you go to the dentist.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, you go to the doctor.
Mm.
And if you're feeling a little bit low and you think there's something going on with your mental health, then you should also have it checked so that you're well and balanced and you're healthy in general.
Yeah. So to everyone is sa lahat ng nanonood, you can ask the question as well. You can just post it in the live chat. But I prepare five question here for Jerry. So,
Make it easy though, okay? Easy question.
pero kaya mo
Try my
yan.
best. I'll try my best to answer the questions with proper, balanced, fact-based answers. Okay.
Jezebel from Naga is watching. Hello, Auntie
Hi,
Daisy.
I'm here.
So I don't think your Auntie. I don't think your friends is watching because I don't know if they. But I already posted it. I already posted this link. So they if they see that, they can just click it and watch it. But anyways, sa lahat ng nanonood, so yun yung yun yung um, sagot ng auntie ko kasi normally dito talaga sa Europe, it's very open now
Yeah,
about
everybody talks
depression.
about it. Everyone
Yeah.
is aware about it. Like, for example, sorry for interrupting, but it is very, very important for everyone to be aware of it. Like every individual has to be aware about it, because even if you're not going through it, if somebody in your family, like among your friends, is undergoing it, because as a person who's going through depression, sometimes you can really think that, oh, I should go to whoever who can look after me for that condition, because you are in depression. So it is good to be able to be aware of that, so that if one of your family is having that, then you can help that person, and push that person, encourage that person to be well, and give support.
Yeah. Nice question. A nice answer. It's like we're in a beauty pageant. So, question, wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Question number 2.
Go, bring it on.
Kasi nandito yung list ko. So, hindi ako para hindi ako ma-distract din. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? And describe your child in a single sentence.
You mean my children? Describe my
Yeah.
children?
Yeah, your children. Describe your children in a single sentence.
Sentence or word?
Or word. Sorry. Grabe So yeah.
Now, so I would know what exactly I would say. Well,
No,
my children. One word for my children.
It's like, what has been the hardest thing about being mom? And describe your children in a single word. Not sentence. Sorry, guys. Pag kasama ko siya, talagang dapat sabihin, dapat correct dapat lahat yung sinasabi ko kasi
no, you don't have to.
Ang major mo, di ba, English, auntie? So,
no, my English, no. My major is in biology. So my degree is in biology, but because I used to be teaching for 13 years, and but the last few years of my teaching career, I worked as a university lecturer and teaching English.
yeah.
And anyway, back to your question. Well, the word I would say for my children is everything. Yeah. And also the hardest. Well,
about being a mom.
Yeah, when we say about being a mom, it's very challenging. It is very, very challenging, and it is very, very physically exhausting. But for me, I don't find it the hardest, though I don't sleep for, like what I always say, I haven't slept for 8 years now because my eldest is 8 years old. But I don't think it's the hardest. I think the hardest is to know that the world we're going to leave to them is good enough for them. You know what I mean? When you become a mother, suddenly you feel like you wanna make the world a better place for your children, and with the bad things going on around, I feel so worried for them, and I think that is the hardest part of being a mom, making sure that your children are okay, that everything is okay for them, so they will be happy, and you will feel at peace whenever they leave you, and whenever you leave them. That's it.
Shout out to George and Daniel.
They're somewhere in the house.
May dalawa na siyang anak, as you can see in the background. Daniel is in the background.
That's my Daniel, and up there is my George over there. I don't know if you can see, but I'm a mom of 2, of 8 years old and then 4 years old. So I'm a mommy now.
But tignan niyo naman, she doesn't look like The mommy.
Um,
As,
okay.
may gusto ka ba sabihin, ante?
No, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm a, I'm a mother.
So,
Okay, trying my best.
so question number 3.
Yeah,
Uh, what are you what are you most grateful for?
life. Yeah, life. That's it. I mean, life comes with different things, good and bad. But if you look at it, life is good. So yeah, that's it. Short answer.
Short
What
answer.
else can I say? What else can I say? If I'm going to list down all the good things about life, there's so many. There's so many actually. Even if a lot of people are complaining about things that's been happening about around us in life, but if
Mm,
you're going to look at the good things, there are so many good things, and yeah, we just have to look at them and then feel them and enjoy them. So for me, the, the best thing in life is life. That's it.
very short answer, but very, very deep. Yan,
Yeah.
yan si ante. Yan si ante. Ante,
But I
um,
can, no, I can
ano,
be
ano,
fun.
ano, ano? What did you say?
People think that I'm very deep. Yeah, I like deep conversation where you learn a lot of things. What's
Yeah.
the point of having conversation if you're not learning anything from it and if you're
Mm,
not having fun? So for me, a good conversation is something you can learn from it, get
yeah.
something from it that you can use in your life, or just things that can affect you somehow in good way, and also have fun.
Medyo nahihiya pa ako. So, kasi hindi ako, yan, komportable. Kasi normally, ang mga guest ko naman is, it's either my friend, uh,
Yeah, that's different.
yeah, but it's very different. It's very different.
I think because the conversation, the the kind of conversation you have with me, we only do it in private, like the two of us.
Yeah,
Only the two of us can listen, can hear. And most of the conversation that we do in public, just like here in your StreamYard, is mostly with your friends, where you only talk about general stuff. But this time, it's deeper and serious,
and
and
and this time is straight English. Kaya dumudugo din yung ilong ko.
no, no, it's okay. You can speak
But it's
English.
it's
Or
better
you
as
can speak any language. But
well.
I am more comfortable in English when I'm explaining about something. I think I am more articulate in English because for me there's exact and precise word in English than in Bicol, in Tagalog.
Yeah.
Or if let's say if I'm going to use Tagalog with the way I explain in English, I think I would sound like Makata, like very poetic in a way, which I'm not very used to that. And I'm not very good with expressing myself more when it comes to like this kind of questions in Tagalog. So I prefer English. But pwede din ako mag-Tagalog kung gusto nyo.
Para tayong ano, para siyang si
Awkward.
Miko. Si Miko
Ah?
kasi parang ikaw si Miko. Si Miko, he prepared to speak English or Bicol because he's not used to speak Tagalog. For him, it's very difficult. Well, it's not difficult, but he's not used to it.
Yeah, it just feels awkward, and I think like what I said earlier, I am more articulate in English because I don't know. I think because I used to be a teacher for years, and then the medium of
And of
instruction
course,
was
we're living in Ireland.
English, and of course I've been speaking English most of the time, so I'm more comfortable using the language than
Yeah.
our Bicol. When I use the Bicol, when I use kung gamit kong Bicol or Tagalog, it's when I'm just ay kung kausap ko lang ang aking mga kaibigan at kina we are just talking about
See, she
I
don't know.
that's why, because some people prefer to listen in Tagalog more than English.
Yeah.
So if you
So
want to ask me,
this next question, Ante, is very, for me, it's very, how do you say it? Parang gusto kong i-open din sa mga Pinoy, mga Pilipino.
yeah,
Kasi, yeah, I'm just gonna ask it and you can answer it.
sure.
Which do you think has the better culture? Philippines or where you are now?
Okay, well, both are good and both are bad. There are good things and there are bad things. There's no better culture, I think, but I think it depends on how the person take it into,
Yeah,
like for me, some people would say, oh, I like Ireland because it's more suited to my lifestyle now. Or some would say, I like Philippine culture because it's more suited to what I want
yeah,
to do in my life. Yeah,
yeah.
but to narrow it down or to be specific, I think I would just say things about each culture, okay?
Mm.
I've been here for years now. I've been away from the Philippines for 15 years.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that long already. And then the time when I was away from the Philippines, I I got into the other culture, this kind of culture, the
Yeah.
European or the Western culture. And I think the good thing about let me start with their culture, okay?
Mm.
I think the first thing that I like about them is how individual. Like you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
Can Yeah, I think that's it. You can be
You
whatever
you
you
have you have
people
freedom.
people will respect you. Yes, right. You don't have to follow whatever is, you know, sorry to say this. People may not take it positively, but a lot of people in the Philippines kind of fanatic. If the whole family likes this politician, everyone has to do it. Everyone has to adore this person, even inside of you or individually. You don't really like this person. Here,
Mm.
it has nothing to do like it.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that at all. You
Mm.
can you are free to express your opinion. You are free to be yourself. You are free to be your own individual, and then
Mm.
people respect that. That's why here you feel more free. You feel more confident because people won't judge you based on the social norm. In the
Yeah.
Philippines, I think compared to the Philippines, in the Philippines, just because there's so many, this is just an example, right? Let's say in your barrio or barangay, you know, we are very into religion, Christianity, and it's not bad at all. I'm Catholic myself, but we are not used of like what's that? You shouldn't hold hands with your boyfriend. You shouldn't what's that? Maybe wear provocative or something like this that shows cleavage because people will think, oh my God, that woman is creating some kind of like sin to
Yeah.
whoever will see her, something like that. And then so in that way, people are judging you.
Yeah.
It affects us. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be bashed. So what we
Yeah.
do, even if we really want to wear certain clothes because that's what makes us feel comfortable, what what we do is we're not going to use it because we don't want to be judged or
Yeah.
we don't want to offend other people. Here, no. As long as you're comfortable, nobody would nobody would mind you. That's your business, that's your life, whatever. As long as you don't affect people. And also here, they only find it offensive if you are affecting other people,
People, yeah.
people like to hurting them, you are offending their belief, their whatever,
Mm-hmm.
physically offending them or something. But no, I mean, yeah. So that is, I think, the top top of the lists that I like about the Western culture. How open they are, how accepting they are, and because of that, you feel the freedom to be yourself. That's why compared to the people here in general in the Philippines, people here are more expressive,
Yeah.
more yeah, and because we we grow up in an environment where people accept you for who you are, unless you are really bad, you know. You can be your own individual. In the Philippines, it's not like that. It's like you have to follow a certain social norm to be able to be accepted, even
Accept.
it's not what you like inside of you, because you know you're probably different from most of the people around you. You're a little bit like, you know, eclectic. You want,
Ex- example example myself. I
yeah,
have a lot
yeah,
of
like
tattoos.
right.
I
Oh,
have
look at her. She wears so much makeup. She looks like a hooker, like that. Like you
about
judge her because
about my tattoos as well. About my tattoos as well. When the last time I go home in Burias, uh, there's a kid asking her mom, like saying, "Is like what did she say? Galing ba siya sa ano? Galing ba siya sa presinto?" Because because they think if you have a lot of tattoos or if you wear a lot of tattoos, you're galing ka sa ano, galing ka sa presinto or galing ka or you sell drugs or you do a lot of bad things. Like it's very. I feel sorry about our country sometimes. How
yeah. Well,
late we are in the Philippines.
well, that's why now that I am out of the Philippines, and you can see a lot of people, even myself, actually. I also consider myself. I came out of my shell when I you know
I
went to the country, because no one is gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to wear, you can wear whatever as long as you're not offending anyone and you're okay. And that way you feel so happy because you kind of express yourself and you don't feel like you're being suppressed of what you really want because you know what the people, other people are gonna say. And somehow when you live in that kind of society, you become one of them as well.
One of them. Yeah.
Don't you 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 becoming not aware of it, of how you are as a person as well. You become judgmental as well because that's what everyone is in your society. Just like when I went home, yeah, when I went home. Um, all right. It's just I don't know because I haven't been home for a very long time. So to experience those things,
Yeah.
it's pretty normal for them, right? For
Yeah.
me, it gives a strong impact because I don't see and experience it here where I am right now.
Yeah.
The first thing they would tell you after not seeing you for so long, like, "Oy, ang taba mo," or things like that. Like, what the hell? I mean, we haven't talked to each other. Uh, are you interested more of how my body looks now than
Instead of saying
that?
instead of saying, "Oh my God, I miss you so much. I didn't see you." La, 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 la,
Oh,
hug you or.
or they would notice the clothes you're wearing because it's not something they see often.
Yeah.
It actually, honestly, it's quite offensive. I think I take it. I I don't know. I understand as well. I understand, but when you don't experience it for a long time, it becomes. It becomes not normal anymore, and you don't feel comfortable about it. All right, about let's
Well,
before we go to the
napakahaba,
other.
napakahaba na nung ano.
Yeah, let's
Pero,
talk about the good things in the Philippines too. Okay, in the Philippines, I think the good things about it is the sense of community, the sense of being in a family.
yeah,
You're yeah, you don't feel alone there. Here,
yeah,
a lot of people get depressed because, like what I said, yeah, the bad side of being individual and being strong and independent. I can do it. I don't need your support. I'm strong. The bad side of that is a lot of people become depressed. A lot of people here. That's why. That's another thing about why in the Philippines depression is not a common thing, because you don't have to go to psychiatrist or a counselor or a psychotherapist when you're going through something. You can just go to your family because, as we all know, Filipino has big
or,
family.
or ante,
I don't
or
feel
ante,
alone at all.
ante, or pwede kang pumunta sa kapitbahay mo at makipagchismisan.
Chismisan! Dito, walang chismisan. Only Filipino. Well,
Kaya, kaya sa Pilipinas, walang depression kasi ganun. You can just
yeah,
go to your neighbor and say, hey, do you have coffee there? And you will start chismisan. Uy, alam mo ba?
right.
Uy, alam
I
mo
think
ba? Ano, ganyan, ganyan.
I think that's the one thing I miss about Philippines. That sense, that feeling of you belong, the feeling of you're not alone at all. It's good that there's social media now, like now, where we can talk to each other. But just imagine during lockdown and quarantine, where you're not
Yeah.
allowed to meet people and there's no social media. I think people are gonna go crazy, including me. So it's good. That's the good thing about Philippine culture.
And,
Like
and
we
I would
support each other.
I will add the weather as well because the weather here
Yeah,
is very
yeah.
shit.
Geographically, talking about the location on Earth. Yeah, I would be living in the Philippines.
Sabi ni Miko, chismis, and then may araw, psychiatrist. So, psychiatrist na dahil itong, tignan mo na. So, yung pinuntahan mong neighbor mo is your psychiatrist na kasi naando na, may heal ka na.
But
Nanonood si Miko.
yeah, that's right. But well, it's good things in a way because you can really express yourself. You don't feel alone. It's different when you're going through something and you're in your room, being alone and talking to anybody, and you're talking to somebody. Even they're just talking shit. Sometimes it's the feeling of being with somebody, I think, helps. But it's not all good, because sometimes that's why it's called dismiss. Means getting toxic things from that. So good and bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good and bad. But I think it's much better for me because if I will compare it here. You cannot just go to your neighbor and just
Yeah.
say random
That's
stuff.
the sad thing about being in here. You have to be strong. Be
Kaya,
able to be able to, look after yourself. You can't just but there are places here where you can go, support groups, just like now with social media. You can also, join Facebook pages like that the community created for certain, issues like mental health. They are very aware about mental health here, and then there's so much support about, regarding those things. So you just need to reach out for them. But you are dealing with professional here, you know, dealing with professional where they will take you to what do you call that, to really help you heal. Or yeah, in the Philippines it's different way. You can just go to your kapitbahay and then makikain
makika, makikain,
makikain and
makikape,
makipagchismisan. Yeah, and yeah, that's our way of not feeling lonely and alone.
expressing ourselves. So, Ante, the next, because it's how many is it now? Wait.
There's so many things I can say about both cultures, but I think that's all for now because there's more question from Aika.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is my last question, but I will add it. I will add more, or
Any,
maybe few.
any questions from people watching right now? Or you just want to
Uh,
listen?
well, if you want to ask some question, you can just write it down. What is your ideal man? Wait, we will do some twist.
All right.
When you were because puppy love, uh,
Okay.
and then now that you're in that age,
What
what
age? 24?
24? Hindi, I mean, if you will compare your ideal man when you were like 18 years old and now,
Okay.
what is your ideal man before and what is your ideal man now?
Oh my God. So much difference. I think when you
Hi,
were.
Ate Diwani. Si Ate Diwani. Shut up. Sige. So, bago
What?
may
You
balik
can
kayo
ask
Ate Diwani.
question. You can ask question. The
Ate,
many.
Ate Diwani.
Yes.
Ate Diwani, right, a very, 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 very hard question for Auntie.
What is it? No. I'll try my best. There's
Yeah.
no hard answer if you try to.
Hello, Laika, babe. Hello, bebe. Thank you for dropping by and watching. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my question, Auntie.
Right.
What's your ideal
Be-
man?
Before I answer that question, I want to say a little something about it. When you are young, you're still your world is very it's you're very ideal. You want to be you have a list of what you like. You want to stick to it. You like you believe in love that you watch from the movies.
Fantasy.
You're that kind of person, when you're young. You want romantic, you want it like this and that. Not very realistic. It's more idealistic than realistic. When you reach that certain point in your life, when you have experienced so many things already, those things change. You become more realistic because, well, you've experienced so many things already, and you've already understand more about life, about in general. So it okay. Back to the question. When I was younger, I actually had a list. I actually had a list. I didn't have many of them in my life. I was
Yeah.
very picky because of that list. That's why I only had not even half of my fingers in my hand, one hand. Man in my life. I don't have many. Yeah, yeah. I think I was very perfectionist. I still am until now, I think, but less. So when I was younger, I had lists of what man I like. My ideal man before was kind of like a man version of me,
Yeah.
of who I see myself at that time.
Yeah.
Um, be someone who's, do I have to say it? Someone who's into what, because I was very much into, I was quite serious. I didn't have fun teenage life like I thought. So I wanted to be with someone who's like that as well. I didn't like guapo. Okay.
Yeah.
Take
No,
those
I
back.
remember. I just want to
I
share.
didn't, even now, I don't focus much on physical.
Wait, I
Even
just want to share
huh?
this. Wait. I just want to share this. Kasi nung na, kasi 'di ba lumaki kami pareho. I mean, magkasama kami pareho while I'm growing up. So I see a lot of people or like suitor of Auntie Dindin. So I met them, a lot of them, and then one of them. Auntie Dindin said, habo, I don't like him because yung kuko niya sa ano, kuko niya sa paa is patay na. So you're that kind of person, very perfect. I mean, anong tawag dun? Very picky and choosy when you
Very, very. I was very, yeah, very hard to please when I was
I
younger.
don't want to drop
Mm.
the name. I don't want to drop any
I don't
name.
remember at all. I don't remember any of those things anymore at all.
Kasi sabi ni mama, bakit si ano, ano, mabait naman siya, ganyan.
Oh,
May,
I
may ano na
remember.
siya, may maganda yung trabaho niya. I
Oh,
mean,
I remember.
maganda yung kinukuha niyang course. So, in the future, maganda yung trabaho niya. Then, sabi mo kay mama, ayaw ko sa kanya, yung ano, hinlalaki ba ng paa?
Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, when you were young, you, especially if you were like me, you notice those things. So yeah, well, my ideal man when I was younger, I think someone who doesn't exist.
Yeah. How about now?
There were numbers of them, who were interested, numbers and numbers of them. But because I was what I was like, so yeah. Hanggang tingin na lang sila. But
Tapos,
yeah,
tapos,
I like it. I like to. I learned so much about it. But anyway, back to now compared to
yeah.
my man now. Now I'm more accepting. I focus more on even before. I was like that already, and still now. I
Yeah.
focus more on the the personality and the values that the person has, and also brain, and he should be a person who has a very similar life perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perspective.
because I think um a lot of people would be like, I want this and I want that, I want that, I want that. There's no such thing as a person who's perfect. There's no such thing as, oh, lahat, isang lalaki, lahat sasambahin ng pagkadami-daming babae. I believe that every person has a perfect person.
Mm.
That's,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
who, may isang perpektong tao para sa isang tao.
Oo.
For the other person, that person might be so imperfect,
Yeah.
pero merong tao na perfect siya. You get
Oo.
it?
Yeah, yeah, I get.
So, some people would be like, oh, inggit ako sa kanya kasi ang partner niya or ang boyfriend niya, whoever, husband, is very nice. I hope, like this, like that. Yeah, but, there are also things that you may not like about that person kasi hindi mo siya kasama, hindi mo nakikita. Nakikita mo lang kasi magaganda yung nakikita mo lang yung obvious. Pero
Yeah.
baka pag magkasama na kayo, hindi naman mag-work. Pero
Yeah.
pag yung babaeng yun ang kasama ng lalaki, they look so perfect, they blend so well, they're very synchronized because they're perfect for each other.
Yeah.
Tapos, jealous na jealous ka, no? Inagaw mo kasi I want that relationship as well. It's perfect. I want to be
Yeah.
in there. I want to have it. Pero nung kayo na hindi naman nag-work, kasi yung personality mo, iba naman hindi nagbe-blend, hindi umaakma doon sa
Oo.
personality mo. So, you may see him as perfect because, he's happy and all with that person. But hindi sa iyo kasi, he's not perfect for you.
Yeah.
That's
So, ganito, kasi a lot of people, or not a lot of people who know you, um, palagi nilang sinasabi, ang ganda ng mga damit mo, saan mo ba nabibili yan, ganyan, ganyan. Most of the time, me as well, I idolize you. All the clothes, all the shoes, all the accessories. I always idolize Geri. So every time she buys something, I will buy it as well. But
Really? I don't know that. So I'm your idol then. I don't know quite that.
ay, aram mo man yan, kaaki pa, mas kaaki. All, sa lahat ng pamilya namin, si Geri yung maganda, si Geri yung talented, si
No,
Geri,
that's not true. No, that's
si
not true at all.
Geri lahat. If you
No,
ask,
that's not true. That's
if
not
you
true.
ask mom,
I'm saying it. That's not true at all, Aika. I'm saying it because I just wanna sound humble, or I just wanna, no,
no,
that's not true.
no, if you ask mom and dad, sisi ang pinakamagayon na aki mo. They will say, Geraldine.
Oh,
Sisi ang
not true. No, that's not true. I don't. Even though a lot of people are saying that, but personally, I don't believe that, because I think lahat kami magaganda, no? No. No. Lahat,
except Joseph.
lahat kami, no, magaganda at may mga itsura, no? I think it not only with I think everyone has its own individual beauty. I think it's just how you express yourself, how you present yourself to the world, to society. People like to see, people have certain standard for beauty, and if you try to take that as your standard too, then you will look beautiful dun sa mga taong yun. I think we are all beautiful. It's just that yung ibang kapatid, they focus more on other things more than their physical attributes, But with me, for me, I really look after myself, not just because I want to be beautiful and I want to be sexy. I really look after my health, and I try to have a very healthy and clean lifestyle. So it 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 shows, with your body, with your skin, and how you present yourself to the world. That's it. That's why people think I'm prettier than the rest, but that's not true. Yeah.
Sabi ni Ate Diwani, magagayunon ang duwa. And then sabi ni Ate Amy, nice shoes po, pa-arbor. Pa-arbor. Sabi ni Miko, humble si Auntie Dindinay.
Totoo. Totoo. Si mama niya magayon. Kaya lang mo niyan na
Tagalog.
Sa perme. So,
Tagalog.
oh yeah, okay. No, I think everyone, all of us are pretty. Like during those times when they still look after themselves.
Yeah.
Still now, I think, but less.
Life is,
A lot less
life
now.
is rice. Rice is life, I mean.
Rice is life. Yeah. If when you see your Auntie Michelle, when she was in her prime, she was very, very beautiful. And dami niyang mandali. Same with your mom and Jezebel too. Everyone is, I think. I think I just fit in the standard. And of
Yeah,
course,
while we're talking about fashion, I'm gonna ask you, what is fashion for you?
fashion is something that expresses who you are.
Yeah.
It's
Same answer.
very individual. It's very individual. For me, fashion is what I wear now and what I wear, dress, clothes, everything. It's what I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a boho, it's spring now, so I
Yeah.
feel that. So I think it is. But in fashion, there should be, for me personally, fashion, I also see it as art. I'm into so much art. I love art so much. Like I apply it in everything I do, and I use everything. So I think it's also art. And apart from, it's also an expression of yourself. So don't say, oh, ang pangit ng suot niyan, just because hindi uso, just because it's not something you see sa mga models during
Yeah.
this. No, it's how that person express him or herself. So, yeah.
So yan lang naman yung maitatanong ko. Yan, tapos na tayo. So, don't be stressed na kanina medyo,
Not stress at all. I was just actually the main thing that I was a little worried about earlier was the technical part of this thing because this is something I've just done and I haven't tried this. And as you know, my generation is not very good with technology, especially myself. I think so.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, but it's working, right?
yeah,
You can
it's
hear me.
you're just
I'm
gonna open the link I send you, and then that's it. That's why earlier, hala, where is Auntie na? I already introduced, sabi ni Ulap, oh, Filipino tayo.
oh,
Pero, pero, ano lang talaga, parang
no,
technical problem kasi hindi, first time niyang gawin to at hindi niya din alam kung paano i- i-operate yung StreamYard.
and
Pero,
also
yeah,
talking about the technical thing, I've just installed on my phone when
huh,
when you send me the link, right? You already
yeah,
started to send me the link,
yeah.
instructions to get in there. Click it. When I clicked it, it's asking for to install the mobile Chrome. So I just installed it. It's good that I have quite fast internet here. That it installed in my phone, and then that's it. I was able to enter. But I was ready. I think that's another thing that I learned about Western culture to be on time. I was good before with that.
Yeah,
I was when I was in university, I was always late. I
yeah.
was always late, and some of the buildings where my subjects were, anong tawag yan? Kahoy, ang sahig. So, because I was wearing high-heeled shoes, Rusty Lopez during that time, yung mataba yung heels. So, na, alam na late ako kasi tok, 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 tok. Wala na, ako na lang naglalakad. So, I was always late. But when I met the father of my children, he's British and he's very, I learned from him how to be
On time.
time and like every minute counts, every second counts. So, if you're going to do something very important, you have to prepare for it so you'll be on time. I prepared 2 hours before the thing because I know that there might be some problem with the technical side of this thing, and it still happens. I
Ante,
kind of panic, like
ante,
I don't know what to do.
sabi
Huh?
ni Ate Diwani, na-meet mo na ba ang ideal man mo din?
I do. No, I'm not going to disclose specific details about my life at the moment. All I can share is just, some things that can help, that other people can relate to it. But let's not go into that. I'm quite private, but currently, yes, I'm happy.
Yeah. The status is currently happy. So, Ate
Yeah,
Diwani, malinaw na happy si Ate din ganyan.
yeah. I think when when you I think I'm in a stage in my life now where I focus more on more important things. Things
Yeah.
that's more important in life to be happy, deeply,
Mm.
not the looks or the money or stuff like that. And when you when you reach the point in your life when you're already contented and you're secure about yourself, that you can also look after yourself even
Yeah.
without anyone, then those things, mawawala yun sa criteria mo. Kasi
Yeah.
kaya mo naman eh. So, hindi ka na titingin nung gusto ko mayaman kasi para pa bigyan ako ng bahay or something because you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Focus ka doon sa kung sino mag-feed ng happiness mo. Your true happiness, which is somebody who will love you truly, who will be there for you. And
Ate Diwani, pa-describe naman. Hehehe. Si Ate Diwani. Si Ate Diwani.
what's the question? What do you want? What kind of answer do you want to hear? physically, emotion, what, ano ba? I-describe ko physically or
Pe-
something?
baka ano, i-describe mo siya physically and
I'm only going to focus on positives, okay?
si
Um,
ate, yeah, you can
para
answer.
sa akin, guwapo. Ewan ko lang para sa inyo.
Sabi niya, sabi niya, aram ko happy talaga yan si Dindin. Hehehe. Si Ate Diwani, nag-ano lang siya, nanonood lang talaga siya. I mean, ngayon lang siya nag-ano eh, nag-react sa mga sa
Yeah.
comment section. Pero since around 2:45 na nag-live tayo is
Yeah,
what
she messaged me earlier. Sabi niya, have you started already? Kasi ano, sabi ko, yes, just getting ready. That's when I was still installing the mobile Chrome.
how
Yeah.
about uh, Olaf asked the question, what
Hey,
would what would you choose? Never eat Filipino food or 1 million or 10 million pesos. What would you choose? Never eat Filipino food or what 10 million peso?
I would go for 10 million pesos because you can, twist things around. It may not look like Filipino, but it might still taste like Filipino. You can do things like that when you have the money. So I go for the money.
So
So I don't have to eat only Filipino food. I can eat so many food and make my own food.
Olaf is watching it. I
I
could
also
I
any
count
more
rice as a
questions?
Filipino food now.
Huh?
I count rice as a Filipino food. Hard life.
Yeah, yeah, we love rice so much.
Not only Filipino love rice.
Mostly Filipino because like in Indian country, even here we eat rice, but
Yeah.
in the Philippines, our focus is only on rice.
No,
We eat rice, corn,
Indonesia. In Indonesia, India,
yeah,
and
Thailand,
Thailand.
Asian countries especially, we they also eat rice, but not as much as Filipino.
Really?
Yes, yes, definitely, 100%. Um, Diyos ko, alam mo naman,
Diyos ko,
yung
Diyos ko na lang yung Diyos ko na lang yung
kaldero, kaldero ng kanin, konting ano lang, ulam, yun na yun. Sa
grabe talaga.
sa iba,
Grabe.
because like other countries like India, they have really they're ang ulam nila very rich with curry and stuff.
Yeah.
So think Thai food. And so rice is just to parang i-ano lang yun. Parang hindi ano para i-neutralize yung lang yung strong ulam nila like yung
Oo.
curry. Para
Mm.
lang hindi masyadong intense. So yun yung purpose ng rice. Sa atin hindi eh. Yung rice ang
Rice
star
is life.
ang star rice is ang star ng ng dinner. Doon talaga naka-focus. So, isang buong rice, isang buong kaldero, tapos konting ulam lang. Yun na yun. Sa iba, the other way around.
Yeah.
Iba yung ganun. So, may rice pa rin sa diet nila, sa kanilang dishes, but they don't really focus much on rice as much as we do in the Philippines. Rice
Yeah.
is like
Rice is life in the Philippines.
rice is life in the Philippines. Okay, I
What
have a
what
question
what
for you.
what do you miss the most in the Philippines, Ante?
The weather, the beaches,
Same.
yeah. There are also so many places, so many beautiful places here, like
Yeah.
postcard worth places, like seriously beautiful. But when it's cold, you can really enjoy it. You can really go
Yeah.
out and like when you're in a warm country where as long as hindi ka nasusunog sa araw or
I
things like
I
that.
I
It's
miss
okay.
I miss going out without wearing a lot of clothes, like five different clothes.
I hate
Like here, especially in Ireland, because basically si Ante is nakabase siya sa Ireland. Sa Ireland, if you compare Ireland to Sweden, oh my God, here it's like frozen. Like I mean, yeah, frozen.
yeah, yeah. we don't get snow as much as in
Sweden.
Sweden. Here, okay,
Teka lang. Technically, here in Sweden, if you compare Stockholm to Boden, Stockholm is like Ireland. It snows there, but it's very little. But kami kasi malapit na kami sa North Boden.
no, Stockholm's still colder than Ireland because if you
Really?
are to look at
Sorry,
the
Malmo.
Earth,
Na, ante, I mean, s- s- south, south, south of Sweden is like Ireland,
is
but
it?
but
I
in
haven't compared, so I don't really know.
But in Stockholm and then North Buda, dito sa amin, medyo pareho na ang weather. Pero sa South Ante, very different. Very, very different.
Yeah. Just like now, I'm gonna show it to you. It's sunny.
Wow, oh my God.
It's
I
sunny.
want to show you,
Yeah.
I want to show you outside, but I don't think you will like it here. It's snowing at the moment. Can I hello? Can I can you
Move here.
Can you open it? So I want to show it to people who's watching right now as well. The difference of Ireland and in Sweden. Show it there.
You can't see it.
No, because of the cover photo.
Background.
Yeah, the background. Oh my God.
The
Sorry,
green background.
guys. Sorry. Next time. Next time. So yeah, we're done, Auntie. Thank you so much for
I have one question though for you before we go.
me.
Yes, I have a question for you. One question.
Ate,
You know,
wag pang universe ha. Wag pang
okay, pang ano lang, pang barangay,
ang
uh,
barangay.
pang sitio. Um, we always talk about life and
Yeah.
stuff, deep conversation. We always do. And are there any things that you learn from me and you wanna copy from me? Something like that? I don't have perfect life at all, not at all, far from perfect.
Maybe maybe at the moment because I'm struggling to all the people who's watching or not watching. Uh, at the moment I'm struggling in my life, but the
What?
one I really adore, the one I really adore or I want to copy to Jerry is yung maging strong, yung very, because Jerry, si Ante, ang dami talagang, how can I explain it? Ang dami mo nang anong tawag sa Tagalog nun? Ang dami mo na,
Yan.
sa Bicol, ang dami mo nang pinag-agihan, hala?
Daanan.
ang, da, ang dami mo nang pinagdaanan na if na kung ako yung nakaranas is I don't know if I'm still living. I don't know if I'm still here talking to you because you're very everyone think I'm a strong and independent woman, but I don't think so.
Suntukan.
Physically, I'm strong. Like people will see me very strong personality, and then but deep inside, I'm very soft, and that's the one I want to copy or to how can you say it? Na gusto kong gayahin sa'yo na kahit anong pagsubok or kahit anong mangyari sa buhay ko, I will remain strong and very calm. Kasi
Yeah.
sabi mo nga kagabi kasi we were talking last night and then she told me uh, if sabi mo kung nalagpasan ko lahat ng nangyari sa akin, Siyempre ikaw malalagpasan mo din yung pinagdadaanan mo ngayon. So
Yeah.
kung may
Of
kung may
course.
gusto akong kung may gusto akong yun nga, paulit-ulit ako, oh my God. Natakot ako sa question and answer mo. Hindi ko ini-expect yun. Pero yun yung gusto kong um, gayahin sa'yo.
Okay. Like what I always say naman, there's no such thing as hard situation if you always stay positive and if you always look at the good side of it. I always, whenever I'm in a very, very, very bad situation, I always take it as like an ugly blessing, an
Yeah.
ugly, an ugly present. Yung mga problema natin para siyang regalo. It's like a present in very ugly packaging. It's ugly outside because, masasaktan ka, maraming paghirap, struggles, but when you open it, it's still present. That makes us feel good about ourselves because sa sarili natin, because yung mga pangyayaring yon, mahirap man, may natututunan tayo doon. And if you're going to just maintain your positivity and if just be aware that somehow I will learn from this, then you will come out in the good side. Like
Yeah.
what I am where I am now. I maybe some people would say, "Oh, she has perfect life. She's always pretty and all that, wearing nice clothes and all that." No, they only look nice sa paningin, but marami akong pinagdaanan na siguro kung masyado kang nagpadala doon, I mean, maybe hindi nyo makikita itong aking kagandahan. No, what I'm trying to say is if you just stay positive and then kahit ang sama-sama ng sitwasyon nyo, you know that it's not gonna be permanent. You're gonna come out of it.
Yeah.
And kung masaya ka sa loob mo, it will shine through. Maganda ka. Masaya din yung tingin sa'yo ng tao. Maganda ka sa tingin ng tao kasi lalabas yun kung anong sa loob mo. And I always tell Aika that there are only two choices in life. To choose the good or to choose the bad. They are both hard. But choose the hard, which is the good side. Or the positive side. That's it. Ganun lang naman kasi. I hope you learn from our conversations. Aika and I we always talk about things like this, about life, and then the reason why we're here right now and ask those questions, answer those questions, because she thinks that this will help other people, benefit other people, or people learn from it. That's why she decided na magkaroon ng ganito. And I hope with the things I say and share about my life, my opinion, perception, comments, and everything, I hope you learn from them, even just a little somehow, and something that you can take in your life, even just a little, that you'll be like, oh, see, yung napanood ko dun sa ano. Something that will affect you positively.
Yeah.
Somehow. Thank you very much.
But before you go, Ante, you can share about your small business as well, because I'm gonna post the link of your Facebook so they can see it as well. In my description, I will post it. But you can say some little background about small business there in Ireland.
Right. And something. All right. So I am doing. I call it Cake Art Fairy because, like what I mentioned, I'm so into art. I used to be a science teacher, but that's in the past now. And because I'm a full-time mom now, because I'm looking after my two kids, but at the same time, I also want to feel that worth that you're doing something right, but something that you love, something that will make you feel complete, make you feel happy, something that will feed your I don't know, your interest in other stuff.
Yeah.
So I decided I've been doing these things already, but only in within my family and my friends, and until yeah, they said they were encouraging me and telling me, oh, you should do that seriously as career and sell them to people. So I decided last year. It's more than half a year now. Yeah, I decided to get into cake business. So it's like edible art. It's not just a cake; it's art.
Yeah,
So
that's why I'm gonna post the link so they can see and they can, they can stalk your profile. It's not just
I like
uh
that. You can stop me there. You may not be able to.
hindi lang siya very small, hindi lang siya very plain cake like you can see in the Philippines. I mean, I don't compare the cakes in the Philippines. Like, I don't want to get bashed, but your cake is very, I'm speechless. I cannot say anything.
No, no. I still have so I'm still learning a lot. There's still so many things I have to learn about. But the cake that I've made so far, they are those that I think I can do. They're like, well, they are for me. I consider them as art. So they're like expression of what I wanna make at that certain moment when I'm making them. You know what I mean? So they may not be perfect for others, but for me, they're a work of art. So. But you can eat. That's the best part of it. So if you want to follow my Facebook, it's called Cake Art Fairy because I think I'm a fairy and I love art and I make cake. And you may not be able to order or taste them because I'm so far away from you, but you can have some ideas, and from it, I share, my cakes, my
Yeah,
design stuff, and you may want to copy designs, or you may get some ideas from it if you want to
like,
get
yeah,
cake to it, stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Auntie Dindin. Hope I can visit you soon. And
Don't forget.
thank you for having not having me. Thank you sa guest mo sa stream ko. And yeah,
I
bye-bye.
hope you didn't get bored from all my talkings, and I hope
And
I.
they will probably enjoy this and watch this later. Or you can say bye to everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming, for dropping by, and then thank you for supporting Aika. And there's gonna be a lot more very, very interesting and fun things that she's going to show you in the future in her channel. So please like and subscribe. Oh, this is why I'm waiting to say that. Like
Bye.
and
Like
subscribe.
and subscribe.
Thank you, Diwani, and thank you for everyone who came.
Yeah, bye-bye.